For the best show on the planet, tune in to Bronco Planet.
Well, hey there, folks. It's Danny and Shad. It's Bronco Planet. It's week 14 for your 11-3 Denver Broncos, Shad.
Unbelievable.
Feels so good to say, doesn't it?
Man, I got to tell you what, we've been waiting for a big win. I mean, it's not our fault. We're playing a lot of losing teams in a row.
Right.
You go into Baltimore, where I think the Ravens have won 23 of their last 25 games.
Tough place, right?
Broncos 0-5 going in and just dominate this game, Danny. I mean, it was not, I mean, it comes out kind of close. At the end, sounds kind of close.
Garbage.
But,
Couple of garbage touchdowns.
Yeah,
the funny thing is, you say, the Broncos are 0-5 going into Baltimore. The Broncos were 0-5 going into Baltimore without Peyton Manning.
Yeah, no.
And certainly without this defense. That's the big story.
Jack Del Rio has got this team humming, and just every single week they step up. The good news for Bronco fans right now is I don't even think Peyton Manning's quite even in sync yet. I think that it's just off a little bit. Is he doing good? Is it so great to have him? Is he setting all kinds of records? Yes, but that defense is really driving this team. And Chris Harris, man, what a turnaround.
Another pick six.
Instead of a close game at halftime, takes it all the way, 98 yards. And Chris Harris, I don't know, serious Bronco fans may get a little upset about this, but Chris Harris is playing at the level of Champ Bailey this year. He's had bigger plays.
Yeah.
And matter of fact, I think they've been even challenging Champ a little bit more than Chris Harris. So he's the real deal, and what a great job Jack Del Rio's done.
If you go back months ago and watched our show, the Peyton Manning offense had already begun to run, and I sat right here and just said, the Broncos offense is on automatic pilot. I'm really worried about our defense. You can now flip-flop that.
Yeah.
The Broncos, in my mind, still are the best team in the third quarter, bar none. It's those first 30 minutes that tend to get a little sketchy. The first quarter, the first drive, trying to set the tone. That pick six set the tone, I think, for the rest of the game.
They were on fire. And speaking on fire, there's a lot of Broncos playing well today. You got to give it to, we teased Knowshon a little bit. We give him a hard time when he celebrates when he's not supposed to. But what a solid performance today.
Very solid. Yep.
118 yards rushing, a touchdown. He did do a celebrate. Yeah, the hurdle, what a play. And
awesome.
then, we don't mind you celebrating when you have the lead and when you're in the end zone. So Knowshon Moreno, great game. Way to step up. And here's the thing I like the most about Knowshon. The last 3-4 games, no fumbles. I mean, the guy, and he's been patient, not doing some of that bouncing around crap that we saw before, not always asking to come out of the game. Knowshon Moreno is rejuvenating his career. Sometimes you have to have a big piece of humble pie. Maybe that's what he had. But Knowshon Moreno doing a great job. And then how about Eric Decker?
Welcome back, Eric Decker. Been gone for virtually a month. And that's, it's great for Broncos fans to see all of these guys coming in and contributing and scoring. It sucks if you're a fantasy owner of any Denver Bronco because at any given week it could be, it could be Demaryius Thomas, it could be Eric Decker, it could be Joel Dreesen or Jacob Tamme. I mean, it's nice to see Decker back in. He actually had dropped a couple of other passes. Could have been even a bigger day from him. But I think you hit it on the head. I think from the offensive standpoint, Knowshon certainly had his big game. Ronnie Hillman, you know, you got to give a guy a breather every now and again. I thought Ronnie Hillman did an excellent job.
The Ravens know you're going to run. The Broncos are just trying to control the clock.
They put 8 guys in the box.
Maybe even 11 in the box.
Right.
And yet Hillman and Knowshon do a good job. And let me go back to Decker real quick on two things that I really liked about Eric Decker. One-on-one, going down the sidelines, gets open. And we haven't seen that separation from Decker this year, so that was great. And I liked that he was in a little jabbering back and forth with that guy, and he was fired up to get it done. But even more important, the touchdown that he didn't get, right there at the goal line, when he goes right back, puts his face in the defender, trying to get that ball inside the cone right there in the corner. That is not the Eric Decker we saw doing the panty hook slide earlier in the year. Yes.
Oh, the panty hook slide. Okay.
You're like, what are you talking about?
Totally different direction.
As I expected.
I need to clear my head on that thought. We're going to take a quick break and hear from one of our friends of the show, Bill Sports Collectibles.
From Elway to Manning, Bill Sports Collectibles has you covered like Chet Bailey. We've served dedicated Denver fans since 1981, providing the broadest range of rare and high-quality Broncos collectibles and memorabilia to the oldest and the youngest enthusiasts. For the best new and old school jerseys, player cards, souvenirs, bobbleheads, pennants, programs, or anything else you can think of, stop in and you'll see Bill's likely has it, and even more. We've even got a huge collection of authentic signed Broncos gear, perfect for the most serious collectors. We even feature bargain and blowout sale items to fit anybody's budget, but beware, they go fast. So whether you're looking to get a birthday gift, complete a card collection, or just replace your number 15 jersey with a number 18, Bill's has everything you need to fulfill your Denver Broncos needs. Bill Sports Collectibles is the #1 spot for Denver Broncos fans.
You know, if you're one of those guys out there like Shad that has a little bit of a tatter and a tear wear on his hats, just go to Bill's. Best place to go in town.
Absolutely. Love the variety. And you know what time it is. Every year we like to go down there and spend a little time with Bill's. So later in the week on Thursday, Chris and I are going to get down there. We're going to show you what great Christmas specials Bill's has. A great friend of the show, great Bronco fan. I mean, you go down there, you plan some time. Not only look over all the goodies he has, but Bill, when he gets talking
himself.
sports,
Yeah,
he'll talk sports for you for hours and hours.
He's an aficionado, Shad.
Yes.
Absolutely. That's what Bill's. Hey, you know, last week we set out some swag out there for the prize monkey. Thanks to all of you out there who participated in this thing. It literally took hours for us to get through all of the submissions, and we've actually come up with a couple here. David Pavoli. Hey, big winner of the scarf.
Yes.
The hat, correct? And we're actually going to throw in an official Bronco Planet T-shirt just to complete your ensemble. We figured, David, you were the type of guy that's man enough to wear a scarf like Shad is not. But we're going to throw in the old Bronco Planet T-shirt as well for you. And who do we have for? We had the Bronco Santa.
Well, we want to also represent the female part of our fan base, and Susie Hill is our winner of our Bronco Santa, just in time,
courtesy
sliding in right before the Christmas holiday.
We should have gave her the scarf.
Yes.
This is how our minds work here, folks.
It's a raffle. We give it as we call them as we see them. But anyway, hey, great job. Thanks for participating on Thursday. You're going to see us down at Bill's. We're going to hand pick some prizes right there out of Bill's store for you guys to win. So you want to tune in on Thursday. Great stuff happening. So speaking of great stuff, let's finish up. How do you summarize this Bronco team? Are we ready for the playoffs? How do you feel? 9 straight wins. How much more ready can you get for the playoffs than that?
Well, looking forward, obviously, you know, there's a Cleveland ball club that Denver has next week. A very dangerous Cleveland ball club, I think, even though they lost today to the likes of a RG3-less Washington Redskins. It's still a tough game. Cleveland, Denver, anytime they get together tends to be a little bit of a tough game. Of course, we have the Chiefs. Most would say pretty soft schedule. Way back in week 1, actually preseason, when we sat here and we talked about predictions, we looked at the schedule and we saw the New England and we saw Atlanta and Baltimore late. Getting this win under our belt this late in the season just really solidifies it. The only thing that, you know, when you talk about wanting something for Christmas, Shad, for me, it's just wanting that killer instinct out of our offense, you know. Don't telegraph that everything is going to be a run. Don't be conservative. Hit the gas, stay on the gas, and, you know, get off the gas when the bell rings at 60 minutes.
Yeah, and I think they're getting closer to that, but, you know, the last couple games, I mean, you're blowing these teams out. You're away. You don't want to get players hurt. You're going to run, kill the clock. That's just John Fox offense. Right. I'm with you. I want to score every time. I want to put a, you know, I look across the league. I see Drew Brees, 4 touchdown passes. I want more. But, hey, we've got a lot of great things going on, and we've made those predictions. I think the best any of us had on our crew here might have been you with 12 wins, right?
Yeah, 12
and now it looks very possible we're going to be walking away with 13 wins, second toughest schedule in the NFL. These Broncos are for real. There's a lot to be excited about. I mean, we got the Christmas spirit, Danny.
Right.
We got Peyton Manning fever. We got Von Miller. We got freaking Chris Harris playing lights out. You should be smiling ear to ear, Broncos fans.
Well, I think one of the most important things in the New York Football Giants are a very good example. You need to get hot at the right time. New York comes in 6th seed, wins the Super Bowl. Nobody saw that coming. That's kind of what I'm hoping for Denver is they gel, they hit, and even the old getting a bye week doesn't really sit real good right, here. I'd rather have them out on the field fresh, in sync, in rhythm, that type of thing. But I'm really kind of hoping that Denver hits its peak here in about 2-3 weeks.
Yeah, and there's so many weapons. Peyton Manning still, I don't think, is peaking. You don't see anything to Stokely today. You don't see anything to Tammy, to your point earlier. So many weapons. Any day, anything can happen. And Jack Del Rio, Defensive Coach of the Year by far.
Guy.
And
John Elway, Executive of the Year. John Fox could potentially be Coach of the Year. You've got
Quarterback of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year. The list goes on.
Where the hell did this all come from? What a difference a year makes, huh?
Who it won't be is the Harbaughs, who continue to be very proud of themselves. And, Harbaugh gets rid of his offensive coordinator, hired him in college, by the way, and then gets embarrassed. And, here we are midway through the third quarter. The Broncos up 31-3 on your team, and you got rid of your offensive coordinator. I think the problem may be elsewhere, my friend. So, Harbaughs, you're good, but ease up on the cockiness.
One word for you, Jim. Dope.
Exactly. All right, folks.
Brother.
Well, we're going to be back. You got to tune in Thursday. We're going to be giving away some great gifts for Christmas.
Yep.
We're going to be down at Bill's. And Danny, seriously, 13 wins. Is this really happening before our eyes?
We've already done the pinch test, and outside of some squealing and giggling, this is for real.
Yeah.
13-3 is definitely very realistic for the Broncos. Time will tell. A lot of excitement right now. Great way to go into the holidays. So, till next Thursday, I'm Danny. He's Shad. This is Bronco Planet.
You got it, baby. The winning Bronco Planet.